Hey, Robin, that's right. We are in Omaha, Nebraska.
Stacey Cooper Ogle might not be one of the largest players to ever step foot on a football field, but this past weekend he did come home with one of the state's biggest awards, the Built Ford Tough Player of the Year. Winning is not so much a hope here at Estacado High School as it is an expectation, and things have been no different this year for the Matadors as they have a winning margin of about 30 points each time out. But if you ask the team, that doesn't mean they're going to let their guard down now that it's playoff time.
Now, KLBK Sports with Gene Dumont.
The Christian, they have no losses, only remaining unbeaten in the country, and on a mission right now in their first ever Division II tournament. Here's a cut, and Hopper with the finish, trying to clear out. Zimbo, tough shot, in and out. Hampton there to clean it right back up. Hampton spin and finish.
It's a dream come true. I've waited 5 years to do this, and it kind of makes that redshirt year worth it.
A great team unified win in a big stage.
Lubbock Christian to the championship in Division II. They'll be in Indy in a couple of weeks.
We are just over a week away from the LSU Lady Shaps taking over Indianapolis for the Division II National Championship. The Lady Shaps so far this season are 34-0. That 34th win came on Wednesday in the national semifinals against Bentley out of Massachusetts. This whole season, though, has been magical for the team as they have set all kind of records. But when Nicole Hampton was asked what this season and head coach Steve Gomez has meant to her, it wasn't as easy as the Lady Shaps have made this season seem. Of course, stay with KLBK for all your Lady Shap coverage. Across town over at Texas Tech, the football team is less than a week away from their annual spring scrimmage in Midland. But today, a newcomer opened some eyes on Twitter. Wide receiver Derek Willies posted this video. That's a 60-inch jump with a 10-pound vest on. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. But he does have to have somebody to throw him the pigskin, and this offseason, Patrick Mahomes has dedicated himself to solely football. So what did Mahomes say he needs to improve on? That would be simply making the simple plays. Finally, the Elite Eight wrapped up tonight. Our own Robin Dean is celebrating right now. I think we can actually hear her as her Syracuse Orange are off to Houston for the Final Four after beating Virginia 68-62. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and North Carolina Tar Heels faced off to see who would get to battle the Orange. This game just wrapped up minutes ago, and the Tar Heels are the only #1 seed to advance after they won 88-74. And I know it's been a great weekend weather-wise.
Right.
We've all been happy, but I'm actually kind of sad because my favorite time of year is coming to an end. I love the NCAA tournament. Nothing. Hey, thanks for sticking with us. Today was a big day for the city of Brownfield. The top-ranked running Cubs are in San Antonio trying to bring home the 3A state title. And seemingly the whole city made the trip to the Alamo Dome for this one. In the first, Alex McCrary finds Jezreel Griffin, who goes with the reverse lay-in, looking like another number 23, running Cubs up 8-5. Later in the first, Jalen Nolan has it stripped away. The Bucks running in transition. They get Stevie Johnson ahead for the lay-in. East Chambers up 13-12. Go to the second now. Cubs find Griffin again in the corner for the triple. That makes it 34-30 Cubs with about 25 ticks left. But they weren't done. With 6 seconds to go, they force a turnover. Then Gabe Silla finds Colby Cervantes for the lay-in just before time expires, capping a 12-0 Brownfield run. In the second half, running Cubs went back to Griffin. He knocks down the wide-open three, part of his 39 points. He also had 15 rebounds. And the Cubs, to quote the great philosopher Drake, have a really big team and need some really big rings after their 80-54 win. While it was a great day for Jezreel, who was named the game's MVP, this whole week has been something else for head coach Dustin Fott.
It's the most unreal week of my life. I need to go buy a lottery ticket before I go home because I am the luckiest guy on the planet right now to get over the hump and win a regional tournament. And to get, and then to have my second son on Monday, and then get to come down here with these guys, which is, best group of guys that I could ever ask to coach.
Congratulations to the running Cubs. We'll have much more on them tomorrow. Back here in Lubbock today was the final day of the First Bank Classic, so let's head out to the Diamond. The Cooper Pirates visited the Estacado Matadors this morning. Go to the first. Pirates have a runner on second, Jordan Sales up at bat, and he's going to drive this pitch deep to left center. The Matadors can't get to it. That means Jay Garibay, he's going to score easily, making it 1-0 Pirates. Now we go to the bottom half of the first. Matadors looking to strike back with runners on the corner. Manuel Rios skies it to center field. The Pirates, though, make the catch, but hey, it's deep enough to score. Jeremiah Garza ties the game up at 1, but Cooper would end up running away with this one, winning 9-1. Plainview also in action, taking on El Paso Coronado. Bottom 1, 2 outs. Dogs trying to rally. Ethan Earhart hits a liner just out of the reach of the second baseman, and that gives him a single. But he's not done. A couple steals later, Earhart ends up on third as Christian Gomez steps into the box. He sends this one into center field, drops just out of reach of the outfielder, and Earhart crosses home. Bulldogs go up 2-1, but a 7-run third does the Bulldogs in as they fall to El Paso Coronado 14-8. And the Monterey Plainsmen look to end on a high note versus El Paso Franklin. In the third, Franklin with a runner on third. Zeke Gutierrez on the mound, inducing the ground ball, flashing the leather to keep the runner at third, then get the out at first. The Plainsmen would go on to win this one 5-0. How about we finish off with Coronado and Plainview? Lubbock Coronado to be exact. Top of the second, one man on. Christian Gomez up for the Bulldogs, knocks it over the shortstop, giving Aiden Garcia plenty of time to make it home safely. An RBI double for Gomez, 1-0 Bulldogs. Go to the bottom of the second, one man on. Mason Montoya, grounder down the third base line. Logan McCruman making his way from first, gets the go-ahead from coach, and he's on his horse, gets in easily while Montoya gets a triple out of it. Mustangs tie it up at 1 apiece. This one, though, was a fight all game, but Coronado goes on to win this one 11-9. Since it's March, we can't skip over the NCAA tournament, especially when the LCU Chaparrals are dancing in their first year of eligibility. We know the women will be in action for tomorrow's Sweet 16, but today, the 8-seeded men getting their tournament started in Wichita Falls against top-ranked Midwestern State. We go straight to the second half. Matthew Alford hits the layup, LCU up 48-36. This one was so good, though, they need extra time. Brendan Fowler can't get the shot to fall. Nobody can get the rebound until Fowler's there, sticks it in. LCU up 68-64. Then the big man from Smyer hits another one, 70-64. And the Chaps shock the Mustangs in OT, 79-73. Such an upset calls for the locker room celebration. Wow. There we go. Gotta love that video. Gotta love the excitement. And they will actually be back in action tomorrow night at 7:30 in Wichita Falls. And right here in Lubbock at 7:30 as well at the Rip Griffin Center, the women will be in action in the Sweet 16 against West Texas A&M.
Hey there, thanks for sticking with us. The first round of the high school playoffs finishing up tonight. So let's go to the only game involving our local teams in 3A Division I. The Littlefield Wildcats and Brownfield Cubs meeting at Lowry for some Saturday football action. In the first, Jalen Nolan goes right, he gets stopped, so hey, why not go left? He's got open field and a touchdown, 7-0 Cubs at that point. After a Littlefield turnover on downs, Nolan going to the air, and he finds Isaiah Hood, who bobbles it, but great concentration to come down with it, racing 84 yards for the score, 14-0 now Brownfield. But hold on, here come the Cats. In the second, Chris Douglas with the handoff through the defense into the end zone. That makes it 14-6 after a missed extra point. And after a Brownfield punt, Bryson Calloway keeps it himself, and he's more than just a good baseball player. He bowls his way in for the score, tying it up at 14 after the 2-point try, and yeah, he's pumped up. Littlefield driving again. This time, Nate Herrera takes the handoff, shows great patience, then finds a seam, and he gone. 21-14 Littlefield, but of course, Brownfield has an answer, and it's the ensuing kickoff, so you know what this means. The Cubs go with a trick play, so who's got it? Who else? Jalen Nolan cutting his way through the defense, and they won't catch him. 21-20 Littlefield after the missed point after attempt, but that extra point would be huge as Littlefield goes on to win this one 42-41. So let's check out some other scores from around the playoffs. the Levelland Lobos with the impressive 52-7 win last night over Fabens in Class 4A. In 3A, the Idalou Wildcats advanced with a 59-17 win over Holiday. Staying in with undefeated teams in 3A, the Post Antelopes rolled Crane 51-12 last night, and the Seagrave Eagles trounced all over Lockney, winning 56-22 in the 2A playoffs. And we'll have matchups for you tomorrow. The Red Raiders trying to snap their 3-game losing streak in today. They really needed a win since it's senior day. So when there's smoke, there's the Red Raiders trying to get bowl eligible with a win. Starting the first, Mahomes searching for a receiver until he finds Justin Stockton, who flies his way into the end zone. That makes it 7-0 Red Raiders. But the ensuing kickoff, it's going to be Morgan Burns. He finds the seam and takes it all the way for a touchdown to tie it up at 7. Yeah, he's pumped up there. But you know who was pumped up all day? DeAndre Washington. He shows out on senior day. And watch this move right here. Number 4, man. Just don't try. I'm sorry for you. I feel bad for you. And quote the great Mark Jackson, "Mama, there go that man." 80 yards to the house, 21-7 Tech. And hey, since it's senior day, let's end with a senior, DeAndre Washington. He takes it in from 12 yards out, his 3rd score of the game. Tech goes on to win this one 59-44. And for more, we go out to the Jones where we find Stacy Sladen. Stacy?
While the #1 Brownfield Running Cubs look to win their first ever state championship in boys basketball, it's important to remember that the success this season actually started last year.
We've been playing with a chip on our shoulder the entire year this year because of the way that last season ended.
It just made us more hungry. It made us strive for better. And we knew that every day in the gym we had to come and go get it.
And the Running Cubs have certainly brought it all year long. Not only are they ranked #1 overall in all of 3A, but they have done it in impressive fashion, outscoring their opponents by nearly 30 points per game. Part of that is due to their aggressive style of play.
We never play on our heels, and you know, it's just something that it's a mentality thing. When we walk out on the floor, we know that we're about to be, you know, pedal to the metal as fast as we can go.
Off the floor, Coach Vaught is pedal to the metal himself. His wife Sterling just gave birth to their 2nd child.
She kicked me out of the hospital, said, you go get those boys ready to play.
And Coach Vaught said he couldn't be more grateful for her support.
For her to make a sacrifice like that and you know, let me help to get them prepared to go on the journey that they're getting ready to go on. I can't say enough positive things about my wife Sterling.
He's a great example as what a man's supposed to be, and I mean, we couldn't ask for a better coach. He gives us 100%, and he never fails his family either.
In Brownfield for KLBK Sports,
I love you. I'm proud of you.
I'm Gene Dumont.
You couldn't ask for a better 2 guys to be a part of your program than Matthew and Andrew. They are, I want to say, backbone of our, you know, of our basketball program.
Before we talk about that, let's rewind to when Matthew and Andrew Rainier first got involved with the Friendship High basketball team. In 2013, the Rainiers became managers for the team and showed their worth immediately.
Anything we need, they're right there. I mean, as quick as they say it, they've got it done just about.
In December of that year, the boys lost their father, yet still showed up to practices and games. So Coach Beals and the team decided that the twins had earned the right to suit up. From there, the boys stole the show, hitting not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 3-pointers. Today, the Rainiers are still managers for the team, still work just as hard, and certainly still have confidence.
Oh, I think I'm very important to the team because I'm always on time. I help the coach do everything that he needs me to do. I'm always at practice when asked to do.
Even though Matthew would miss the shot, the team treats he and Andrew just like family, and the boys couldn't ask for anything more.
It means a lot to me. These guys will mean a lot to my dad. Ever since I've lost my dad, they've been close to me. And I won't ever change the world for these men. These are guys who have taught us we care about you and we want you to be part of the team.
And even with autism, these twins have high aspirations molded in part due to their time with the Tiger basketball team.
The future for me holds, I either want to be a teacher, principal, or coach. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. If I'm not the mayor, go find something else.
Reporting from Friendship High School for KLBK Sports, I'm Gene Dumont.
This is what we do. I try to motivate them to not play our current opponent, to play against ourselves and execute the things that we do best and force our will on teams.
We go hard in practice, and we treat every practice like it's a game. So how we play in the games is how we go in practice.
We can't watch the ball. We can't stand up.
One common theme during Estacado games is seeing Coach Wagner constantly subbing players in and out. That, he says, is by design.
One of our strengths is our depth. You can't win a state championship playing 5 or 6 guys, so you got to put as many guys in game-like situations as possible.
The Matadors are looking to make the state tournament for the first time in 3 years, and that was a motivating factor for this senior class.
We don't want to be the only class to not go to regionals through Estacado. So we know we got to go in the playoffs hungry to get to state.
One of those classes is the 2009-2010 team that made a full run through the playoffs, culminating in a state championship. McKinney said they learned a lot from what that team was able to accomplish.
We learned they played good as a team together, and we know that for us to win state, we have to play like they did, and also with our own mentalities and stuff.
So look for the Matadors to use that motivation and depth in their quest for another banner.